actually, Doyle has put me into the guest list to answer some questions about career gap and all. I'm glad to be a part of this team. First of all, thank you this team for because of which I've got this opportunity, and it's great to be a part of this team, and also to the companions who are there joining here. I think you are in good hands. They'll take care of everything once you get selected, or even the onboarding journey, or the job hunt journey. They'll be there for you all the time. So all the best for yours.
Ruchita, you can start off. Thanks.
You can start. So over to you then. If you can start, it's over to you.
Yes. So good evening. A very warm welcome to everyone who has joined us for this evening for a much awaited session on breaking the barriers and AMA with women who made it. Before we begin the session, there are a few housekeeping rules which I'd like the participants to adhere to. Please rename yourself with the full name. Use the name and email ID that you have used for registration. Let us know that you are here by participating in the polls, which we will be sharing shortly. You may wish to take down a few notes to keep, so please keep a pen and paper handy. We are also joining virtually, so kindly bear with us in case of any connectivity network issue. Kindly keep yourself on mute so that you can unmute yourself when you are asked to. Stay on till the end because we will be having a Q&A round where you can ask questions to the speakers directly. It is my pleasure and honor to have Ruchita Tandon, our Chief Growth Officer at AFH, and I'd request her to please speak a few words. Over to you, Ruchita.
Thank you so much, Doyle. And I think once again, Aspire for Her extends a warm, heartfelt invitation and gratitude to all our community members who really take that time out and come for our sessions. I always go back, and maybe for a few of you it's repeated, but why did we start a community of return to work? Would anybody like to add something in the chat box? Hi, Madhu. Would you like to put a stab as to why return to work? Let's make it a little more interactive, and I would like to have more and more faces who can also, participate, because that's, one of the first things that you need to get confident when you have to face a recruiter. Skills is the second part, but the first is to face, talk, present yourself. You could have a physical, or you could have a online interview. Okay, why return to work? Financially independent and confidence building. Returnees are resourceful. Okay, any more? Okay, so I think the biggest advantage of a return to work candidate is that at some point in time they had experience, which means what a corporate life is already known to all of you because you have worked for some time. What you actually lack is probably some technical skills, some confidence building skills. With that in mind, we actually started a community. You're right, Lisha. Community is where today women are elevating, supporting each other. And we have role models who come in from time to time to give more inspiration and motivation. So if I am looking at a return to work community, who can get me the most inspiration as well as the motivation? Is it a member from the corporate community? Probably they can come and give you jobs. But someone who has walked that journey, who has been in your space, who has actually come out from that space and has now come into a job, is probably the motivation and inspiration for all of you. Now, what did it take her to actually make it in this journey is something which is why we are holding these sessions, because we still have a lot of questions coming in. What do they ask in the interview? How should we present? How do we answer the questions? A lot of them still feel that while we are opening up the returnships, organizations are actually not positive about hiring, but it is just for namesake. And I myself have received a lot of these questions. But the fact is that it's not about, which I tell even the youngsters, it's not about you are rejected. It's just about a skill set which matches with what they are looking at. Now, whether it's a skill set, whether it's a location, all of these things matter. So it's just a matter of time because they definitely look at the attitude along with the aptitude which is there. With this, I don't want to snatch away the limelight from our latest inspirers for the session who have joined us today. Thank you once again, and wishing everyone here all the best for the future, because very soon you are going to be amongst uh, those on the other side. A lot of times now that we go for meetings or we go for any of our partnerships, it gives us a lot of pleasure to see women from Aspire for Her, sometimes young women, sometimes women from Return to Work, as well as sometimes women who are part of our Not Alone community who are on the other side and are actually part of the decision making on the table. So that's a wonderful thing that we always get. Over to you, Doyle, back again. Thank you.
Thank you, Ruchita, for those inspiring words and for being a torchbearer for all of us, every time. With that, I am privileged and honored to have, three successful women returnees from our community, Madhusmita Moon, Varsha Natkarni, and Kavita Chaudhary, who, along with a lot of other women from our community, have made us proud with their successful comeback to the corporate world. Today, they have joined us to share their journey and how they made it possible. So before I start asking them questions, I would request Parisha to launch poll one, please. Over to you, Parisha. I'd request all the participants to please take 10 seconds of your time and participate in the polls that will help us to make these sessions more meaningful and help us to create impact. Can we have more participations, please? 40% have participated till now. Fine. We'll close the polls right now. To start off with the interaction, I'll start with Madhusmita. Madhusmita, I'd request you to give a brief introduction from your end before I shoot the questions. Over to you.
Hi, Doyle. Lovely seeing the entire AFH team. Hello to everyone. Rajita, Farisha, Vibha, Suganya. I love seeing my old colleagues here. So before I start my introduction, I'd like to tell the community here that I was a part of AFH before I got back into the corporate world. So that is one of the major reasons my transition was extremely seamless and, absolutely fruitful. Going back to my introduction, well, I come with 17 years of experience. I'm an ex-banker. I was an ex-banker. I'm back in the banking industry again. I took a career break post the COVID long lockdown. That is when I decided to go on a break. Prior to that, I had dabbled also into entrepreneurship. So I had experiences across wealth management, real estate, banking, entrepreneurship, and the entire gamut, basically customer interface kind of jobs. And the last 1 month, I have been back in the corporate world. I have joined Yes Bank as a partner in Yes Private. So this is my short introduction, career wise. Outside of career, I love, I love doing trekking. I'm a fitness freak. So my career break of 4 years that I took mostly was indulging my hobbies and my interest, which so it was very enjoyable career break. And I'm also very, very happy to be back at work. So yeah.
Lovely,
So
Madhusmita.
over to you, Doyle. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Though we know you as a person as well because of your stint with AFH. Now, the first question which I'd like to ask was that what is the starting point that made you, say it's time to return back to work? And how did you overcome those initial, hiccups, hesitations, negative thoughts, what we usually feel before we take, any new steps further? So would you like to throw some, light on that?
Yeah, I would. So there was not exactly a single turning point. Well, in fact, one of the biggest motivation for me to get back into the workforce was Madhura herself, because when she called me and asked me to be a part of AFH, that was so. So the people here who don't know, I have worked with Madhura in the past. I used to report to her in our previous corporate stings. So she reached out to me herself and asked me to be a part of AFH. And being a part of AFH, I realized that I'm really enjoying, being back on the board and working, and the consulting gig that I had with them. It was very enjoyable. And during this process, I came to a place where I kind of, realized that I would like to get back full time. My career break was necessary because, for various reasons. However, the career break was now it was time to give a break to the break and to get back into the bandwagon full time. Uh, so that is how it was a more of a gradual progression, not really a moment where I felt it. And once I had the decision made inside me, I reached out to Madhura. It was her that I immediately called and I told her that I want to get back into the corporate world. And she was immediately like, okay, we have these options, you send your CV, this is what we'll do. And before I knew I'm here. So it was a very smooth transition for me. As far as challenges is concerned, to be very honest, Doyle, the only challenge that is there is inside you.
Yes, I
There would
agree.
be those moments where you feel that okay, I have been out of the system. I'm out of the I've been out of the industry for so long. Things must have changed. People must have moved ahead in a different direction. But actually, the reality it's like riding a bicycle.
Absolutely.
You get back into a bike and you're riding it. Initially, first 100 meters you might feel कि गिर तो नहीं जाऊंगी, but you won't fall because you have been riding a bicycle for years, and your body has muscle memory. Your mind knows what to do, and you immediately back. Once you're back, you're really back. And when you're back, you wonder, what was I doing not being back? Because this is where I belong. This is what a part of me, this is, being a career woman is a part of me, is a part
Right.
of my entire part of my life as well. My identity, one part of my identity was on a break. So let's bring it back. So it
Lovely,
was more
Madhusmita.
like that.
Lovely, and fully we resonate when you said that break the break. It's just, our mindset. And once we have that in place, nothing can stop one, to achieve the dreams. Yes, the journey is not, uh, what do you call it? It may have its own challenges, it may have its own roadblocks, but if one keeps on trying, the destiny will be there for someone to reach. Before,
100%.
yes, yes. And not only you, for rest of us also, Madhura is a role model. We are working with her on a day-to-day basis, and she is an inspiration to us and the community at large.
Absolutely.
Before, yes, thank you for answering that, Madhusmita. My next question would be to Varsha. Varsha, did you before I ask my questions, if you'd like to introduce yourself once again? I know you have
Yes,
done it
yes,
for us, but to the larger
yes,
audience, please.
yes. My name is Varsha Nadkarni. I'm 41 years of age. After so long, I've been joining after 13 years. Yes. So this was huge for me. The main reason was of not joining, and biggest challenge was I was actually self-doubting myself. How would people take me as, I mean, they would say after 13 years, oh my God, don't even show me your face and just sit at home and do whatever you were doing, whatever was always the reaction I used to get from any calls which I used to make after I want to join the system back. So it always was the case. I only aspire for her, took me seriously. I did my CFA and MS Finance long back in 2009. So because of that, my brain was still sharp, and I actually did my on a weekend. I taught abacus to kids as well, so that made my brain more sharp. So
And
I
keep
was
you
very
updated with the,
deeply
latest
updated.
syllabus or content
Correct,
or whatever
correct.
it is.
And
Right.
teaching as a profession taught me a lot of patience with others also. So I got this good teaching opportunity on a weekend.
Okay. Okay.
So that's how I occupied myself for this 14 long years, 13
Uh,
long years.
Lovely. Varsha, would you like to, share with the team which organization you are joining and when are you joining that organization?
Yes. Tomorrow I'm joining. Tomorrow is my first day at workforce. My organization is DBS Bank, Development Bank of Singapore. Tomorrow I'll be joining. I'm so excited to join there. I've heard a lot of good reviews from DBS Bank. So they are very good with people who are coming from a break. So they don't actually make you feel that you are no less than others. I mean, it's a good thing that
Absolutely.
so that is what I wanted after 13 years of break. I can show
Absolutely.
my face and with confidence that I am joining the workforce back.
Hopefully, you will have
So
a good
happy
night's
and
sleep, Varsha, today because you are
yes,
excited and we can touch that
yes,
excitement from
yes,
virtually as
yes,
well.
yes.
My first question to you, Varsha, is did you
Uh,
feel the need to upgrade your skills before returning?
yes, yes, yes.
And if so, what worked best for you? How did you navigate?
For for workforce, especially, I did not upgrade myself. I actually did it for my mental peace. I did a bachelor's to strengthen my mind because just sitting at home will give you nothing. And plus, I did CS certified financial trainer also into fitness. I wanted my body to be fit, so I did that course for a year. So it is all regarding my own body. I did my courses in that.
For your own
I
self.
am for
It's
my
not
own
for
self,
professional
yes, not
development
for
or
professional
nothing.
development. You have to
And
actually shape yourself. You are a coal and you have to rub yourself to make yourself a
a
diamond.
diamond.
So that is what I did for myself. I'm also a Reiki practitioner.
Oh, wow.
So I wore many hats when I was on a break. So not in something which is finance, because finance I already did way back in 2009. I've already done my MS Finance, Masters in Finance and CFA. So after 13 years, when I'm getting something which I have done for so long, that was my dream. So tomorrow, when I'm joining, this would be my dream job. I'm happy to hop, skip, and jump to work.
Lovely, lovely, Varsha. And definitely, our wishes are always there with the entire
Thank you so
community,
much.
and we are
And if
there each
one
and
more
every
thing, if I
day.
can do it, anyone else in this world and this planet can do it. Just keep yourself updated, keep your mind sharp, and just go for it. That is my advice to all.
We can definitely, understand from where you are
Ha,
coming from. People in
ha,
this room, they can resonate with you.
ha,
Thank you for, that heartwarming answer and the way you threw
thank
light on the challenges you had faced and you had kind of, kept yourself motivated. My next stay in the panel is Kavita. Hi, Kavita. Welcome to AFH AMS session. If you could kindly introduce yourself, the organization where you'd be making a comeback, and then I'll put across my question to you, please. You're on mute, Kavita. Kindly unmute yourself. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So I'm Kavita Chaudhary, and I have almost now 11 years of. I'm joining after 11 years of career break. Before this, I was working with JP Morgan Chase into investment banking, and I in total I have more than 9 years of experience in finance and investment banking, which I mean, it had the roles of investment management, client reporting, and operational excellence. Now, within a, I mean, when I was in JP Morgan, I have led teams across the different functions such as liquidity, cash management, regulatory compliance, and so I mean many teams there were. Uh, and also before JP Morgan, I have worked with ICICI Bank. This was uh, into customer service role. And before that, also there was a small company I was working with. So three companies I've worked so far. And now I'll be joining DBS. Tomorrow would be my first day into transaction banking.
Wonderful. And Kavita, what or who has been your biggest support system? That's my question to you. And how did it help you to stay in your, track?
Okay, the biggest support I would give the credit to my family and a few mentors from my previous organization. My family has always provided uh, unwavering emotional support and encouragement, especially on days when I have doubted myself. At the same time, staying in touch with professional mentors have helped me stay aligned with industry trends and also have regained confidence in my skills and my capabilities. Uh, their guidance, along with my own determination to upskill and remain relevant, kept me focused and motivated throughout the transition. So I think it's all the credit goes to my family first and also my previous organization.
Thank you. Thank you. The mentors really helps,
Yes, yes, yes.
in your journey. Even if you're on a break, I would suggest that, the team go into our platform and, take mentorship session that opens a lot of window, both for your
Correct.
professional as well as personal development. Madhusmita, if I can have you back with my next question, please. How did your, personal identity evolve during the career break? Okay, and how has it shaped the way you work today? How have you evolved as a person when you were on break?
It's a very good question, Doyle. In fact, one of the things that we completely ignore as working women is our personal identity. And one of the reasons I took a break, basically because I kind of felt, after working nonstop from 2003, right from HSBC to Standard Chartered and then starting my own company, by 2020, I was totally exhausted. And I really needed and wanted a break. During that time, what I did is all the things that my busy career I could not do. So I went on mountain treks because I love trekking. To go on treks, I had to be fit. So I worked on my fitness. I worked on my physical and mental fitness both. I went back into a regime where I became very regular in gyms, in my gymming cycle. I was extremely dedicated towards my yoga classes. Uh, I got into very healthy eating habits for myself and for the entire family. So maybe they didn't like it so much, but I was very clear about changing eating habits, especially after COVID. That long, COVID was a kind of a wake up call for a lot of us in
Yes,
terms of going back into the basics, taking care of our physical, mental health, and appreciating our family. So for
absolutely.
me, spending a lot of time with my daughter, with my extended family members, that was very important. I started visiting my parents far more. You know, I
Oh,
would
that's
drop into their house more than I did before, reaching out to my old friends, school friends, and sort of got in touch with all my old colleagues and friends that had fallen out over the years. Not exactly fallen out, but you kind of get
not
busy with
keep in
life.
touch.
Life
Yeah,
happens, and
yeah.
so I kind of reconnected,
Hmm.
rebonded, and sort of got in touch with parts of myself that I had ignored for a long time. So it was actually a holistic growth that happened. I think I became a far more calm and peaceful person.
Understood.
I also picked up skills, like Varsha said. I use that time to pick up different skills. Besides working on myself in terms of, in terms of the basic mental and physical wellness, I also picked up skills. I taught myself to become a life coach. I got into a life coaching course. Basically, it's an international coaching federation. I enrolled with them, did my basic coaches. I started coaching people. In fact, one of my favorite things I did at Aspire for Her was, mentoring and coaching so many girls. The young girls that come to us for mentoring. I would like to go back to that as well in the future once I settle down here. So that is one of the things. So many things that I did. It really helped me get in touch with parts of myself that I had ignored. Today, when I come back, come back into the workforce, I feel that I have far more patience.
That's very important.
uh, I have far more, and I give far more grace, not
Mm.
only to people outside me, but to myself. So even
Yes.
if I make mistakes, I do not get flummoxed, and my mistakes do not intimidate me anymore. I kind of look at those mistakes like a stepping stone.
Mm.
Okay, I did this, not to be done. Going forward, let's do it this way.
Right.
I am far more intentional about my
Mm.
day, what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna, spend this day, how I'm going to meet my customers, what will I. So I'm far more uh, organized, I would say.
Organized. Mm.
Not only organized, I would say. Organization is a part of your job, especially in banking,
Mm.
because we're dealing with people's money here.
Mm.
For me, every day it's like dealing with people's money and investments.
Mm.
So organize, being not only being organized, but also about predicting the client's mentality.
Right.
So because I trained to become a life coach, I
Mm.
understand the clients. I'm far more empathetic to my clients. I'm far more empathetic towards my colleagues.
Right.
Somebody makes a mistake, somebody does not respond to me on time. I kind of manage things very differently now than what I would do previously. So I think it's about uh, that break of 4 years that I took, 4 to 5 years. It really enhanced, I think, and I grew as a person. And that is, I think, really impacting the way I conduct myself and I show up every day at my workplace.
Right. Madhusmita, when you were answering this question, this thought was, going through my mind that this break, usually, people have this tendency to look at it in a very negative way.
Yeah.
It need
Yes.
not be negative at all.
Absolutely.
Madhusmita always tells us that, career break makes you a multitasker, makes you, a expert in time management. You get to prioritize a lot of things because you are juggling so many things and you become an expert in all those things at the same time. And
Absolutely.
this,
And one more thing, sorry, Doyle, I'm
no, no, it's
interrupting you.
okay. No, no, no.
Something that completely,
I think Madhusmita's connection is a little bit on the lower side. Is she frozen or is it only for me? She's
No,
frozen,
she's
right?
frozen. Yeah.
Okay. So what I was telling you, let her join back. So please don't take career break,
my mind, something
on
is very, very
something
important
negative.
to my. I think can you hear me now?
Yes, you are audible.
I'm sorry. So I was saying one thing that really impacted, career break. When I come now that I'm back here, as you rightly said, I view the career break extremely positively because that really I helped me grow and become a better professional as well. One thing that has really impacted is how my daughter views it. So my daughter, when I was with her every day, I was like her mom, and so today she's like, oh, you can do this also, so you
Yeah.
can be like this also. So she sees a very different part of me which she had not seen before, so to say. And so I kind of feel that I kind of believe that kids are kids. They don't do what we tell them to do. They think they're far more smarter than that.
Yes,
They
yes,
they're,
yes.
they're smarter than
Our
they think that they are.
generation
Yes,
and
yes,
everything comes
yes.
into the picture.
But how they will do what you do.
Yes, they
How
imitate
so? How
you.
you show up, how you deal with yourself, how you stand up for yourself, how
Right.
you conduct your life is how they will,
Absolutely.
they will do when it
Abs-
is their time to do so.
abs-
So for us, coming back to workforce is one of the biggest gifts we can give to our daughters.
Yes, yes.
because that is when they feel ki, okay, mama was on a break, and then she was at home managing everything, but now she is back at work and she is managing everything. So they feel, okay, I can do that as well. And
She
that is
can
one
do
of the
it.
biggest gifts.
I can do it too. And I need to do
Absolutely.
it too, right? So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember, when I was interviewed by Madhura for AFH, in the morning when I went to drop my kid, uh, for his school, he told me, you better, make that interview a success because I've grown up now and I don't need your constant supervision. And that
Absolutely.
somehow made impact on my mind, that if he's telling me, then I really need to go out and look at the world and see what is there for me, because I took the break for him. And if he's pushing
Absolutely.
me in that direction, I need to move in that direction and see and explore what is on the other side once again. And here I am, kind of completing 5 years with AFH. So
Congratulations, Doyle.
Thank you, Madhusmita. Thank you for that candid and lovely answer with lot of insights, for your during your career break, how you have evolved as a person. My next question would be to Varsha. Varsha, if you can unmute yourself, please.
Yes.
So, Varsha, what challenges did you face while applying for interview after, during your career break, the interviews you had applied for? What were the, primary challenges you had faced, and how did you address them? How did you, try to overcome those challenges? If you could kindly throw light on that, please.
Everywhere, wherever I used to apply for my job, they used to not entertain people with career break. First line was that, oh, are you on a break? So we can't take you. The phone used to be hung on me. So that was the case. So then I searched for second career. So that is where I thought maybe second career might help me because everyone is sailing in the same boat. As Doyle said and Madhusmita also said, this is only for my child. My child, he is in 10th grade now. He told me, I am independent enough that he can take care of himself. Like right from his birth, I've taken a break. Now he's exactly 14 years of age. Now 13 years I took a gap years with my 13 years. So I have made him strong enough and able and capable enough so that he can handle his own responsibilities and challenges whatever he can get.
He
So
has
that
become
was the most
independent.
yes, absolutely. He can take care of himself. So it actually takes, I take pride in telling that my son is able enough to take care of himself. Being in 10th grade also, that this is very crucial year for him. He told me the same thing which you told just now with your daughter. He told me, I'm independent. You can go and have your life and whatever that this was my dream job. So he told me, go on and have a good life with my career. And I told him, whatever he has to tell me, he can write down on a note and he can tell me when I come back home. So I can wear all the hats. So,
And that will
so
stay back
our
also once he goes
communication,
off
yes,
his college
correct,
and, leaves the
correct,
home
correct.
and stuff like that.
So this won't, my career, joining back my career won't hamper the communication which we are having. So
Yes,
that is
very
what I
true.
assured him.
Very true. Very true. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you for that very honest, transparent, and
Yes,
lovely life experiences that you
thank
have
you.
shared. Kavita, my second question to you is that how did you manage to balance the personal and professional life? How do you see that you will be able to balance it, once that you are coming back to the workforce because you have been on a long break? So
Yes.
what adjustments you have made, or how did you, think over it, and how do you wish to navigate those challenges? If you could, share it with us.
Sure, sure. Now coming back to workforce after so many years, there is a fear in my mind still. I don't know how my kids are going to uh, make it behind me or how they'll study and everything. So there is a fear in me, but I think they should eventually learn because when you give them freedom, they are the kids are more free to think about that. I mean, they can think or they can plan for themselves. So I think uh, this will not only help me but also my kids to be independent. And now, before my break, you said that how will I balance? Now, before my break, I was highly focused on my professional responsibilities. I often prioritize my work over personal time. While this helped me achieve several milestones in my job, I have realized the importance of maintaining a healthy balance to sustain long-term productivity and well-being. Now, during my sabbatical, I had the opportunity to reflect and realign my priorities. Now, I plan to approach work with the same level of commitment, but with more structured time management and clear boundaries. I believe this balance will not only enhance my performance, but also bring more consistency and focus on my professional responsibilities. So, I think if I try to achieve that, it will definitely help.
Rightly put, Kavita. And each of us, though in a different setup, but there are certain common factors which, we face when we rejoin the workforce, because we have been in a known setup, a familiar
Correct.
environment, and then, we are again stepping out after, you know, some for
Yes.
some, a few years, for some it is for a longer duration. So put your fear factors, put your self-doubt aside and just embrace, the new situation, the new environment. And you will see within a very few days' time, you'll be able to settle down and, never look back. So that is, my little bit of, personal experience which I've shared out here. Now over to Madhusmita. Madhusmita, one question which I wanted to ask you, because you have been a mentor as well. What are the mental blocks, returnees have, and what prevents them from coming back to the workforce, though they want to at the same time. So what kind of advice or suggestion you'd like to, share with the community on this very aspect of it?
Dual more than advice, I think. See, I've kind of seen that, like I think Varsha said this quite a few times that whenever she used to go out for interviews, people used to always say, ki, "Oh, you are on a break." I also actually experienced that when I went out, but I kind of what I would say that people around you will sort of throw those questions at you. They will People around you at times will make you doubt yourself or make you feel that you're not enough or you're not sufficient. The thing is that that's not true, because you know yourself very well. You are enough. You have done that in the past, and believe me, I back in the corporate world. I left the corporate world in 2014. I'm back in 2025. Nothing has changed. There is no change. There's absolutely no change, and it's absolutely astounds me that change kaise
Nothing
nahi
has
hua hai?
named you.
Changed. It is really the same. Okay,
Apart from
people are the
Zoom,
same.
Madhusmita, apart from the Zoom part, the Microsoft Teams part, and things like that, nothing else has changed.
Nothing has changed, and actually, 90% of the work is
Same,
exactly the same. you know
absolutely.
it is really really surprising that it is so, but that is how it is. So please do not get overwhelmed. There's nothing to overwhelm you. You know everything. You've been in the workplace. You know how workplaces operate. It is the same today. You just have to go, but remember that you are coming back. You are armed with a lot of experience. You're armed with a lot of wisdom today that you were not. Probably you were what you were in your 20s and what you are in your 30s and 40s are be a very different person. So now that you are armed, you have the equipment to handle those kind of situations. You are a very mature person now. And now when you with your experience, with your maturity and your wisdom, go back into the industry, believe me, they need you more than you need them. They need you. In fact, I just had a call with our executive director. One of the reasons I told Doyle I might join late, and executive director was meeting with all the women returnees. So this is Yes Bank and the Step Up 2 program, the returnship program. We just got off a call from that. And he spoke about this. He said the same thing. He said, tell me, has anything changed? Nothing has changed. 25 साल पहले हम जैसे काम करते थे अभी भी वैसे ही काम करते हैं. Nothing has changed. And actually he is right. Nothing has changed. So there is no reason to feel overwhelmed. There is no reason to have that that complex that we have, that okay, am I enough? So just if people are doubting you, people are making you feel that whether you will be enough, it is their problem, it's not yours.
Absolutely.
You are good. And believe me, I remember, I must share this anecdote, and I can't resist, but I'm sorry I'm taking a lot of time, but I have to share this anecdote. So we were running a returnship program when I was in AFH, and one of the returnee, one of this woman who was aspiring to come back to the industry, she was a housewife at that point of time. I know how she introduced herself. She did not say she's a housewife. She said, I'm a caregiver. I'm a caretaker. I am the financial manager of this household. I manage end to end all activities of this house, which is, so I manage the kitchen, I manage the finances, I manage the, elderly parents-in-law, I manage my two children, and with everything I do single-handedly because my husband is constantly traveling. So basically, I am, an extremely efficient manager. And I don't think I'm doing a justice to how she introduced herself. She introduced herself
And we all
amazingly.
are in our own ways. We all are. We are always multitasking. The moment you open your eyes till the time you go off to sleep, all the ladies in all the household, whether they're professional or only, you know, homemakers or both, they are multitasking. They are juggling, and they are excellent jugglers. So that's how it
Absolutely.
is. That's how it is. So yes, Madhusmita, you are absolutely bang on, right? That's the way it should be. And I would also request the community members to keep these thoughts in mind in your journey for a job search. Now, my next question would be to Varsha. Varsha, just tell me one thing. Did you have a mindset shift which helped you, during your transition back to work? Did you talk to yourself, give yourself a pep talk, and uh, wore a shield of confidence and said that yes, this is it, and no matter what my career break years or gap years has been like, I'm now ready to enter back the workforce.
Correct, correct. If once, so like Madhusmita said, if once you can do it, I have done it. I mean, I can obviously do it second time because nothing has changed. As she said, I have been looking after the finances of the house. I have been taking care of my kid. I have been a teacher to him. I have done endless amount of whatever job was required at the house. I did all of it. So there was nothing to be less confident and getting back to work. I said, I can do it. I mean, more than anyone else, I am the best person to do it because I have uh, I've taken all the subjects whichever was interested to me during the career break time. So I know being a CFA and something which is into back office in custody, and I'm actually going into custody back office. So this is my role, my dream. So I knew with confidence that I would be able to do this beautifully, that no one else can do it without, I mean, a woman like me, I can do it single-handedly. Even
Definitely.
now, I can take care of the family, plus I can work
Definitely.
efficiently.
Definitely. And a few
Uh,
years down the line, when you look back, you will find that, you will give a pat of two on your shoulder yourself
Correct,
that,
correct. I'm
I
already
made
there.
it.
I have 20 more years of my work experience. How can I let it go? I don't want to let it go.
Right,
I
of
want to
course.
show the world that I have 20 more experience, good amount of work experience that I give to the company which I'm going.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And financial independence, which is very important, whether it's
It
required
is,
or not
it is.
required,
Absolutely.
that is a
Uh,
different story altogether. But if
correct.
the ladies of the house are financially independent, you will see a certain shift in, where you become active decision-making partners in all the
Yeah.
important decisions which are taken at the dinner table. And that gives you also a sense of power, a sense of self-esteem, and at the same time, you are, you become a role model for your children. Whether
Correct.
you have a boy or a girl, it doesn't matter. They see you as their role model. If mama can do it, I can do it as well, because they have seen it from their birth that their dads are doing it. So it's nothing new for them. But for ladies who have taken a career break and are rejoining and making success stories out of it, they see it in a different light. Thank you, Varsha. Thank you for those, candid answers.
Thank yeah.
Kavita, over to you,
Yes,
please. I wanted
yes,
to ask you, because you had mentioned, the professional mentors you have been in touch with, over
yes,
this gap years,
yes, yes.
how did you manage to do that? Because it has been quite a, number of years that you have been out of the workforce. So how
Hmm.
did you, network, and how did you, leverage that network of yours and,
Yeah.
gain out of that experience? And how is it important to keep in touch with, your professional network, even if you are out of it?
Yes. Sure. Just a moment. Yeah, my kid is just lingering around. I'm so
No,
sorry
no,
for
you're
that.
absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Right.
So now, as I said, I had taken help from my mentors who were there in my previous organization. I have approached networking with much sincerity and clear intention. That is to reconnect, learn, and stay informed. I started reaching out to former colleagues and my mentors, updating them on my career break and my interest in returning back, because I am an ambitious person. So I don't want my whatever education or qualification or skills I have, I don't uh, want them to get wasted sitting at home. So I had this clear intention of coming back anyhow. As I said, I approached my colleagues and my mentors. I also leveraged platforms like LinkedIn to re-engage with industry groups. I had attended virtual events from Aspire. From There was another team, Her Key. I have attended virtual events from them also, and I have joined conversations relevant to my field. Rather than rushing into opportunities, I think I focus on rebuilding relationships and staying visible in a thoughtful way. The support and encouragement I received reaffirmed my confidence and helped me ease back into the professional space. So I think if I come over my self doubt and think that my skills are enough, I have done that. I think I have achieved what I wanted to. So this is how I've done.
Thank you, Kavita. Thank you so much. So you know that it is very important, to keep in touch with your past colleagues, with your past boss. You can ask them to get you recommendations, and, over LinkedIn, which will, make your LinkedIn profile also very strong and will show that, you have done some good work in your earlier stints as a professional. Uh, Now, I have, I think, a question which Manisha has put up: skills or resources which can be considered, in banking. So, Varsha, would you like to take it up, please?
Yes, you can actually go for financial risk management as a course, FRM it is called. So now it is very much considered as a good course that you can join. It is 1 year course, so you can join that and start looking for something which is there in the banking sector.
So, it's a,
Financial risk management.
and do you have any website in mind which can be shared with
Yes,
them?
yes, I share. I just share
You
with
please put it in the chat box
yes,
so that,
I
they can take it up.
okay.
Uh, I think Kavita and Madhusmita, they are a little bit tied up because their screens are off. So I'd request Varsha to, again pick up one more question for me. So
Uh,
one of the major challenges for women returning for a career break is the lack of interview call. Okay. So can you talk about it? How did you know, navigate around that?
See, lack of interview call is always would be there. So you have to make an effort. You have to tackle it in such a way that you cannot breathe if you can't find a job. So there are n number of jobs which you can find on the website. So you have to go and be behind them, be behind HR continuously. You should not be uh, take this as a setback and oh, मुझे एक नहीं मिला तो I cannot get any more things. So you have to be consistency should be there. You have to constantly follow up with the person, or say you have to get in touch with the people who you were working before. So there are many things which you can do. You can, on the internet also there are many such email ID which is available of HR. So you can just put your show yourself. You can put keep a bio ready of you, what you are, what you are doing. You can upgrade yourself with some what you say, whatever you are in the subject. So you can just put some short, take some short courses, and you can upgrade yourself and start your work back.
Absolutely, absolutely. Varsha, totally agree. Someone had asked us that how does one, Namrata, I think, request for mentorship sessions in AFH. Please visit our website. There is a mentorship section. Get yourself registered, and rest we will take into account, and you will have your sessions in place. So it's very easy, a very simple process. So you need not, you know, you can choose your mentors, and we will take it forward from there. We have near about, you know, 200 to 250 plus mentors on our platform, and they are all industry leaders. So nothing to worry, you are sorted. My colleague Suganya has posted a few links in our, Farisha has posted, sorry, on the chat box. So please join our FB community to keep yourself updated with all the latest happenings and news from AFH. Our LinkedIn page, also the job portal, which has all the, you know, up-to-date relevant jobs for you. If you become member of our community, you will become part of the weekly job emailer, where you'll get to know all the, you know, currently active jobs which we are, you know, dealing with, and we have active positions, and the testimonial form to, you know, for you to fill it up and share your uh, you know, impression about the session, what we have uh, from the AFH platform. Now we are, you know, 5 minutes more to go for the session. We will have another poll which Parisha will share. But before that, I would request Kavita, Varsha, and Madhusmita to share your last thoughts with the community and give them the necessary, you know, magic pill which they will, you know, take and help them to get back to the workforce. So I'll start off with Kavita, followed by Varsha, and I'll end it with Madhusmita. Kavita, over to you. Kavita, you are muted. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, so sorry. Okay, so I would like to tell everyone that please stop underestimating yourself, and reflect on what skills you have. This break is not a pause in your progress. It's a phase of growth in a different form. You have, I mean, the skills you're using on a daily basis with your family and with your kids. This is the same thing what we'll be doing in our offices as well. So please use those skills wisely, and please remind yourself to be more kind and more patient, and to trust that the right opportunity would come across when it is ready for you to come. So every experience, even outside the workplace, adds value and perspective that can strengthen your return.
Thank you. Thank you, Kavita. Varsha, over to you, please.
You are actually work in progress, so don't stop doing it. You are work in progress. Actually, work on yourself, and dreams don't retire. So don't retire when you are 40 years of age or whatever the age limit you are in. So you have more years, more productive years, more constructive years of your life to give to the corporate world. So that's it.
Thank you, Varsha. Thank you so much.
Thank
Madhusmita?
Yeah, Doyle. Although it's nothing to advertise, but I am 46 years of age and I'm restarting my career at 46. So there is no if you feel that you're too old to do it, there is, I mean, come on, you can't get older than me. So that's one. Second, there's a value in network, going back to your old network, getting in touch with your colleagues that you have worked with, because believe me, at people who have worked with you and they know you are good, they will go out of their way to give you chances. So once I was looking for my career, restarting my career, it is my ex colleagues whom I actually reached out to, my ex bosses whom I reached out to, people who have worked with me, who know that I'm good, and where I didn't have to spend time convincing that I'm good. They already knew I was good, so they would try to really help me and send my resume to the right places with the right people for the right opportunities. So do seek out your old network and do not at all be shy in reaching out. It's okay if you haven't spoken to them for 15 years. It's okay if you haven't spoken to them in 5 years, or you have not even wished them happy birthday in the last 3 years. It's perfectly fine to reach out to them. Believe me, there'll be most of the people when you reach out are mostly happy to hear from you again. you know
Yeah.
that is second advice. And third is be patient. You to find a good job, you need to be a little patient. Also, be a little realistic. If you have uh, to expect that you will be starting from where you left off, would be a bit of a if you're able to find something like that, great. But in case you are not, start from a step down, start from two steps down. The important thing is to start. And once you start, believe me, there'll be no stopping you, because you have come back a much better professional than before. So be a little realistic about your chances. And if things are not working out, recalibrate, reapply in a different role, or maybe a little junior role, and that's perfectly fine. So yeah, my advice is reach out to your network and be a little realistic and patient.
Thank you, Madhusmita. I'd request Parisha now, to launch poll two. And while, she does that, I will, extend my heartiest thanks to all three of you, Madhusmita, Varsha, and Kavita, for taking this time out for us as well as the community and sharing your, personal insights on how did you make a successful comeback after, a considerable career break, and you have made your success stories an inspiration to all of us out there. My heartfelt thanks also goes to my team members, Parisha, Suganya, and Bibha, and of course our leadership team, Madhura, Ruchita, Bhavesh, for their support. Once Parisha ends the poll, we will bid you adieu. We will have a lot of interesting sessions lined up in the coming few weeks. I'd wish all of you to mark it on your calendar once you get the notification and join us and enrich and widen your horizon. So thank you once again. Have a lovely evening ahead and take care. All the best for your journey. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
thank
Doyle and
you.
Team
Thank
UFH.
Thank you.
Well, we have 70% participated. Can we end the poll?
Yes, we can end the poll. It's 82%, I think. 86 have participated. We can end the poll. Thank you. Take care.